economic to introductions to economic principles. Economic principles are the fundamental concept that governs the productions, distributions, and consumptions of goods and services in a society. Understanding these principles is crucial for making informed decisions, whether on a personal, business, or policy level. The circular flow model. 1. Households. Households provide factor of production, labor, capital, land, to firms in exchange for income. 2. Firms use the factor of production to produce goods and services which they sell to households. 3. Markets. Markets facilitate the exchange of goods, services, and factors of production between households and firms. Demand and supply. Demand refers to the willingness and ability of consumers to purchase a good or service at various prices. Supply refers to the willingness and ability of producer to offer a good or service for sale at various prices. Equilibrium. The equilibrium price and quantity are determined by the intersections of the demand and supply surface. Elasticity of demand and supply. 1. Price elasticity. Measure the responsiveness of demand or supply to change in price. 2. Elastic phase versus inelastic. Elastic demand or supply is more responsive to price change, while inelastic is less responsive. 3. Determine factors like availability of substance, necessity of the good, and time frame affect elasticity. Macroeconomic indicator. GDP, inflation, and unemployment. Gross domestic product (GDP), the total value of all goods and service products within a country's borders over a given period. Inflation, the sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services in an economy. Unemployment, the percent of the labor force that is jobless and actively seeking employment. Fiscal policy and its impact. Government spending. Increased government spending can stimulate economic growth and employment. Taxations. Change in tax rates can influence consumers' spending, investment, and overall economic activity. Budget deficits or surplus. Governments can use fiscal policy to manage budget deficits or surplus to achieve economic goals. Monetary policy and its influence. 1. Interest rates. Adjusting interest rates can affect consumers and business spending, investment, and economic growth. 2. Money supply. Controlling the money supply can influence inflation, interest rates, and overall economic conditions. 3. Exchange rate. Monetary policy can also impact the value of a country's currency relative to other currencies. International trade and exchange rates. Comparative advantage. Countries can benefit from specializing in the production of goods they can make most efficiently. Trade agreements, free trade agreements, and tariffs can influence the flow of goods and services between countries. Exchange rates, the value of country currency relative to other currencies affect its international trade economic performance. Economic growth and development. 1. Productivity gains, improvements in technology, education, and labor efficiency drive economic growth over the long term. 2. Capital formations, investing in physical and human capital such as infrastructure and education supports economic development. 3. Quality of life, economic growth in development should ultimately lead to improved standard of living and well-being. Conclusions and key takeaways. Economic principles provides a framework for understanding the complex interaction between consumers, producers, and governments. By applying these principles, individuals and policymakers can make more informed decisions and contribute to a thriving and sustainable economy. Fiscal policy and its influence. Taxations, the government's tool for raising revenue, which can be used to influence consumer and business behavior. Government spending, how the government's allocations its resources, which can stimulate economic activity and others market failures, deficit and debt. The government's budget balance, which can have significant impact on the economy and future generations. Connecting economic principles to real world scenarios. 1. Microeconomy, how individual consumers, producers, and markets interact and make decisions. 2. Macroeconomic, the study of the economy as a whole, including factors like GDP, inflation, and unemployment. 3. Policy implications, how economic principles can inform and guide governments, policies, and decisions.